regulations in place, but don't misunderstand it. It is a full lockdown. Don't go out. That's exactly what it's saying. I mean, you've seen the ads. You've seen
but
people,
it still
you've
tells
seen people telling
it still
you,
tells you you're
save-
entitled to
save
your
us.
one. You're entitled to your one exercise a day outside.
Yeah, because
you can take your walk. You can go to the shop to buy.
The reason why they're saying that is because staying home for 14 days, everybody know you can go cuckoo, right? You can go crazy, you can go all of that. So the idea is stay home for 14 days. But if you do,
But the shops are open, aren't they?
Yeah, but some shops are open. Not
I'm talking about the supermarket. All supermarkets are open.
because you need food.
That's what I'm saying.
what you're talking
That's what I told you. It's no full lockdown. What we talking about in Ghana? The shops are closed. You can't go out there to buy nothing.
Okay, I think the way we're talking about this stuff, so the way we understand what it means by lockdown is different. Because for me,
That's why I
see it
said
as
it's a
full
partial lockdown.
No, I see it as a full.
So what would you call when they shut all the shops?
A
What would you call that one? If they shut
I'm
all
not
the
talking
shops.
about Ghana. We'll get
Then I'm talking about here. If they shut up all the shops and they say we can't go out.
shut out all the shops. They really can't. Because if you do, you have more problems in your hand.
No, they can shut up the shops and say you should all go online and buy stuff.
In my opinion, right? The government of this country is managing it as best as they could. The problem is, or the issue is, most of us don't have an answer to it. Not even the government, because at the end of the day, everyone is people. No one knows the answer. No one knows the solution to this. All right. What we do know is what the scientists, the ones, the people in the forefront, obviously the scientists, the people that are doing the research, are basically bringing out to the government to be able to make informed decisions. And what the scientists have said is, look, we need an incubation period for people, which is 14 days. If people are able to stay away for 14 days, individually speaking, then we can probably eradicate this a lot quicker. Now, what the UK government can't do, because they're very liberal, and I appreciate that, is the fact that they do a martial law where they say everybody stay on for 14 days. No, they're not going to do that, because they don't understand that people need to survive and eat and stuff, and some people don't even have food at home. Some people leave, especially bachelors, they don't keep food in their house. They don't keep food in their house. Plus, it's a virus that transmits from touches. If you have a cut in your hand, it has to go inside your skin. It has to go inside. Okay, so if it stays on top of your skin without penetrating, you're still fine. So then they say, look, stay away, all right? So you don't, if you do have it, so you don't transmit it to somebody else. Also, if you hungry and stuff like that, the supermarket are open when you do go. So the plan, which is not working properly for the UK, the plan is hopefully when everybody stays away, everybody goes out at different times. So then that way you would have that proximity that they're talking about.
Yeah, but like other shops are enforcing it.
Yeah, so
There's
that's
a 2
what
meter
they've
rule.
done. But when you're talking about Ghana and you're talking about Nigeria, it's a different beast. Okay, that's a different beast entirely. Because first of all, we already have the facilities. UK, America already have the facilities to take care of these things, right? But in Ghana and Nigeria and most of the African countries and other poor countries, right? People already broke. People already hustling. It's already hard for people. Now, hard is on top of it. It's crazy. Like stores right now are not they're not big businesses. Like, for example, that's why local stores in UK are closed, but the supermarkets are open because they can handle it. They already have the logistics of handling, delivering stuff, moving things around and doing things, so they can handle it. But a local person,
The corner shops are open anyway. Other corner shops are open.
They also probably can handle it because they've been doing this for a long time, but they're not supposed to be open for that long.
Even the markets are open. This is I was in Peckham Market.
Yeah, but the thing, like I said, UK is very, very liberal. You know what I mean? Like,
no, but what I'm saying,
very
like,
privileged to be.
No, what I'm saying is, like, but when you go there, they do that.
Ghana,
What I'm saying, they do that of, like, let's say if it's a very tiny shop, right? Some of them, like the corner shop close to mine, right? They're only allowing 2 people at a time. And you can't be more than 2 people in there, and you got a queue outside.
And that's
you ain't got a choice.
I'm saying to you, because you have the resources and people in this country.
Are you trying to say we dumb? Don't do that.
I'm not even trying to say. I'm saying it because I'm telling you. I'm putting it all on the table right now.
I'm just gonna move it.
No, it's not about moving on. No, it's not
I'm
about
offended.
Moving on. No, offended. Hey, the truth when it smacks you in the face, of course, it's gonna be offended, but it still need to be said. You still need to be said whether you're offended or not.
I'm trying not to swear to make this an adult.
If the fact that you're offended. The fact that you're offended means you know something. There's truth in what I'm saying.
No,
because
there's no truth.
If you think I'm being stupid, you won't be offended.
Of course, you're being stupid.
No, you won't be offended because what I'm basically trying to point out to you is this, right? the way we already thinking in this country and the way this country is structured, especially in the UK and America, maybe not America so much because America is a big place and some people are still like, if you go to some states in America,
dumb, and people are going to tell them to go. People are still going out for the spring break.
Some states in America, and I'm not going to lie to you, some states, Ghana is better than
Ohio.
Some states.
I've been in Ohio. Was it 2018? Yeah. I went through Ohio.
I'm telling you,
it's terrible.
Some states,
Ohio is terrible.
Some states you go and they say Africa is a jungle.
Jesus Christ,
But I'm not going to speak much about.
Even some places in London, I'm not going to mention names, but we've seen it.
Yeah, we've seen it. But like America, London is a small island in the
No, I'm talking about even some place in like Liverpool, if we're on Benefit Street. And watched that show and he saw those places in Liverpool.
Yeah, but like those people are just like that's kind of tough. The mentality. It's not like they're not forward thinking enough. Like that's what I mean by, if you like, for example, in London, almost everybody in London understand the concept of that. Stay away from each other with this kind of distance. Although a lot of us don't, a few of us don't follow it. By the way, a lot of us do have that mentality of I'm not gonna get this stuff. What's this nonsense? I'm strong enough. But most of us understand that. So when they say stay home, most of us already understand staying home. Plus, like I said, we have the resources. Some companies, which is quite more, let's say 50 to 60% of the companies in UK, are able to handle that for their employees. So they're able to tell their employees, okay, stay home, don't worry. Some companies are still paying salary. I mean, we're talking about a premiership. You understand how much of a structural resources you have to have for you to still be talking about paying footballers.
Yeah, but now you're talking about 30%. Yeah, about 30%.
Yes, I'm saying 30% reduction.
Yeah,
30% reduction. Let's put it in perspective. All right, I get £25,000 every week as a footballer, and that's the lowest of the lowest. I'm talking about. What, championship, right?
No, premiership, like championship, you're talking about 7,000, 8,000. Unless you're a star player or you play for one of the big teams. Okay, let's just say 7,000.
Thank you very much. 30% of 7,000 is what? Because 7,000 a week, not a month, a week.
So 7,321, so 2,100
so
off your money.
2,100 off your salary. And you are
so you're looking about
you are staying home.
You still got to train anyway. They're telling them to train.
Yeah, but you are staying home. Like you are in quarantine. Mm-hmm. And you are staying home. Yeah, first, by the way, this is what you love to do, by the way. That's why you went to football. Okay?
Not necessarily. It might be in the money game.
Nah, you whatever. It's called talent. Nobody does talent without enjoying it in the beginning. Okay? You talk about a job. A job is something you have to do to survive, which is your paycheck. When somebody start playing football, at the very beginning, it's because they liked it. And then it became into a talent that got them a paycheck that became a job for them. Now, at this level, with these times that we're talking about, they reduce your salary just 30%, and you still get what? You're still taking on £4,000 to £4,500
4,900 if you're getting 7K.
Thank you very much. Convert that to Ghana cedis, or convert that to Naira, convert that to any stuff in any currency in Africa. It's still a lot of money. By the way, 1 week. Okay, and by the way, you are home, so you're not even spending money. By the way, the money's going to your account.
The Instagram girls take a lot of money, man.
Wow, that's what I say. Unless you're one of those, I don't even know at this point in time. Would you want to prove you're home?
Yeah, so but you got the Instagram girls that are doing the thing for you, and then you have to pay them in it.
Yeah. So my point is the resources is there. We have so much resources to the stage where people are still. Footballers are probably not even getting paid in Nigeria. Like, they're gonna go, listen, coronavirus, case closed.
Look at this guy.
I'm just telling you, because the resources are not there, so we can't even push that kind of conversations. The structure is not there enough to even push this kind of conversations in places like Ghana and Nigeria, where you go, well, what are you trying
to say? Nobody I've not seen any footballer come out to say they're not being paid.
I just went to football, for example, like, because the structure
I think the government is still paying teachers. Everybody, I don't know.
Even when there was no coronavirus, some governments are holding teachers for like 3-4 months in Nigeria. What are you talking about?
Anyway, P Square, root boy of P Square.
So you don't want the truth, right?
Root boy of P Square, said somebody asked him, during this pandemic, somebody was begging him online, to send him like 5,000 naira, and him being as generous as he was. Send the guy 10K.
Oh, good.
Right.
I was about to.
Now the guy's offended. Or the girl, that he only sent 10K. Right. And he's even threatening to expose him.
Expose him to do what?
That a whole rude boy here showing off cars, here doing all this thing there, and all he could send him when he's in his time of need is 10,000 naira.
You know, let me put this in concept. Let me put this in concept for you. Do you know how many people send this guy messages that he probably doesn't see? That's the first thing. So for this guy to even, I'm sure this is not a family member, right? Or this is
no, this is just a fan.
This is just a fan.
Yeah.
So for this guy to even read your message and reply is an honor. Okay, let's just say he didn't even send the money. You should be happy that rude boy, out of his busy schedule, spending time with his family, he still think about reading my messages. That's what you should be saying. And then you ask for 5,000, the guy sent 10. Don't put the money. And then you say you want to expose away.
Yeah, for the people like if you're an African, you already know how to convert these things, isn't it? So you're looking at about $25, maybe $26 a month.
No, that's not the point. Why do you want to make it look so small? That's not a point, though. Because rude boys.
Well, that's what the guy did. That's what the guy's moaning about.
The guy's been stupid. That's stupidity on the highest level. Don't encourage it. You ask for 5,000, somebody gave you 10,000. You go, I'm going to expose you. Expose for what? What are you supposed to? Expose how stupid you are.
Yeah, maybe how broke he is, isn't it? If you can only spare $25.
Boy. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I know you're being funny right now. I know you're really being funny.
The guy was just trying to be polite to just say 5K so that you can send more. At least multiply by 10.
No. Sometimes, which is most cases, you don't even get what you want. You get what you deserve. Okay. If I'm rude, but I will send you 0 naira. What are you talking about? Oh, Lord. Now, put in context. Do you know how much of a messed up thing is done? Because now not only has he messed it up for himself, he's also probably messed it up for everybody now.
Well, Rude Boy wanted his money back, but I say the guy has blocked him anyway. So
imagine if I'm Rude Boy, I'll be happy.
Well, he wanted his money back. He's like,
come on, he's thanking. Let's just go. At least what Rude Boy should be happy about now is the fact that now no one is gonna ask him for money.
Nah, people will be like, nah, I'm grateful. You know, I'm not like him.
No, because I'm gonna punch to that guy.
Yeah, but he'd be like, I'm not like him, innit?
So you want me to send you money, so you feel like this guy, God punish you. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Are you like,
the guy actually put it out there, you know.
This
How would you feel if the whole world gets to know the amount you gave me?
Feel great?
So the guy even gave me the money. He didn't put it out there himself that I gave this guy money, you know. And
how would he put it out?
No, I'm just saying, but like I'm saying, like this.
Why would Rude Boy?
But at least he did something
Rude
good.
Boy is Rude Boy is decent enough to understand this is troubling times. You go into certain stuff. Okay, cool. Well, you ask for 5K. You know, you might need a bit more. So I'll give you 10. And then you go, this is too, like, what kind of a superstar are you? Superstar that shouldn't even give money at all. If I give all of my fans 10K, do you know how much I want from my account? Nah. This is the reason why I say the mentality of us people. I was just talking to you about it earlier. Like, you see the way we think. So you didn't even go think, because before you send that message, I mean, let's be honest. For you to ask for 5K, it means you don't have anything. So before,
but maybe he was just being polite about the 5K thing.
Who cares? Who cares? Well, as a matter of fact, that's good that you were being polite, because for your politeness, you got 10K back. The guy did you a favor. A favor that, by the way, he didn't have to, so he wasn't even expecting anything back. And you want to expose him. Expose him to do what?
Yeah, that he's always here sending $25. Well, how much money does he give to the Instagram girls anyway? Allegedly.
As much as he wants. It's the Instagram girls. He chooses. They don't ask him for. He chooses these girls. As much as he wants.
Allegedly, if he's actually
it's his money. What you talking about? Allegedly, like
that he's paying Instagram girls anyway. Maybe it's not.
Do you know how hard this guy had to work to make that money? Do you think it was just easy to pack crowds?
Yeah.
You know how many,
just followed Usher, just dance a little bit. Once in a while,
so it's easy to follow.
Still Azonto from Ghana, and you know,
it's easy to steal Azonto. It's easy. All of it is just easy. No, it's a walk in the park. Then why didn't everybody do it?
Because nobody's a thief, innit? Not many people are thieves.
But you can come and take, you can ask 5,000 from a thief and he gives you 10,000. You say you're gonna expose. What are you talking about? Come on, think about what you're saying. Man. Just think about what you're saying. I mean, if anything, that guy shows how backwards thinking he is. I'm telling you. Rude boy, you're fine. If I'm you're a better human than me. I would not have given any.
That's terrible.
No, that's.
The last bit before we go, like one of the CEO for one of the big media houses in Ghana, Despite. You remember, like in February, there was the biggest wedding probably ever in Ghana, where everybody was talking about it. The rich, that guy's, that guy's father, and another man that makes all these drinks. They actually went to give money to a hospital in Kumasi in a Confanoche. And this is where I have a problem. They give $100,000, right, in cash. And I was like, why?
Why not?
For them to fight the pandemic. What are they going to do? Somebody's going to embezzle the money. Let's be honest.
Wait. Okay, we have to be very careful when we say these things.
I'm saying it.
It's a good gesture.
It's a bad gesture.
It's a bad gesture to give money to the hospital to fight the pandemic that's
it's
happening.
A bad gesture.
What's bad about that?
I just told you, because somebody's going to embezzle the money.
No. Then the person that embezzles the money needs to go to jail.
No. Like, they saying in Ghana, while you're advising the cat, then you advise the fish. The point I'm trying to make is...
No, I don't want to advise. I just want to give.
Yes, and that's
none of my business.
No, it is your business, because if you're giving the money, you don't help, people become bad. Like, if you know your kid smokes. Right? Yes, you don't.
No.
Look, let me
tie a problem to...
No, they've become part of the problem.
No, they haven't.
No, they have.
Okay, first of all, we don't know the details of how they give.
They gave the money. All you see is them giving the money.
Yeah,
it's actually $10,000 in cash, wrapped up in a bag. Then you see them giving to the hospital. In this time, what are they going to do with the money? They're just going to embezzle it.
That's you assuming the will.
I'm not assuming. I know for a fact.
How do you know for a fact the will?
Because there's been enough embezzlement going on in those places.
That's always been in the government. That's not.
What do you mean that's the government? It's the government the one sitting in the hospitals.
That's not.
Let's just be honest anyway. It's not like says who. Look, people always say the government, as if the government is the guy that is the policeman, standing on the street. It's the guy at the DVL when you go to do your get your license. It's the guy at the passport office trying to give you a passport. It's the teacher in your classroom, that wants to hump you before he gives you a grade.
When you done? Because I understand how passionate you are about this, but I'm just saying, let's logically think about this.
How about this? Let me. Of course, I'm gonna go. But I'm gonna make.
I'll let you have your moment.
How about
have your moment in the sun?
What if instead of giving them the money, right, you went, okay, what is it that you people need? Whatever it is that you need, up to the tune of this amount, I'm gonna sign the check for that.
Maybe that's what is discussed, though.
No, he gave them physical cash.
Yeah, but but maybe that was discussed. Discussed.
With who?
First of all,
I'm not the one that put a press conference out.
The reason why you know about this is because
he put it out,
which is the wrong thing they did, by the way, because obviously they want to show that I'm doing something. You know what I mean? Like that's the reason why the whole world knows about this. But I'm betting and I'm thinking, all right, the conversation that they had before giving the money wasn't exposed at all. It wasn't disclosed, right? Because I'm sure they won't just wake up and go, what do we do with this coronavirus time? There's this hospital there. Let's go give them $100,000
to help them fight it. So they're gonna assume that the hospital might buy X
or
Y or Z.
I don't know this, but in my opinion, they probably will have discussed it and say, look, all right, this is the thing that we want to do. What do you guys need? All right, you know what? I don't want to go into all the details. I know what you guys need. How much is it? Because they didn't just materialize 100,000, right? They probably must have come to that conclusion of 100,000 based on what they think it will be used for, right? But what they've done is, first of all, I don't know who carry cash and just go like, that's a drug dealing move.
I thought the same. Okay, forget the drug dealing move. I thought, what they showing the cash anyway? What's the point? Sign a check.
That's a drug dealing move. Who goes around with $100,000 in their backpack in Ghana? If you don't sell drugs, what do you get it for?
It looked brand new as well. So
it doesn't matter. You can wash it. Where did you get $100,000 for cash?
From the bank.
So why do you just transfer it? That's my point.
But
this is my point.
You need the public to see what you're doing, innit?
Yeah, but you could have written a check.
Nah, the check. Everybody shows a check. God knows how many checks have been bounced. As a matter of fact, you know how many pastors have given people checks and they've been bounced.
Come on, you're good for it. If you can have 100,000,
no, they're not.
This is what I'm saying. The drug dealers. That's a drug dealing move. Okay, drug dealers do what.
One of them sells alcohol, so that's a drug dealing move.
I don't know. He's probably using the alcohol as a front. Who knows?
Hey, allegedly, anyway.
I'm not. Obviously, everything we say is allegedly. Now, I stop saying that all the time. Like, it's cool. We all boys here. We're grown up.
You ain't got money to be going for a lawsuit. I have you.
They could sue me all they want. Whatever I've got, I don't even have a lawyer, but I get a cheap one.
Okay. Have you seen what's it called? Tiger King.
No, is it a TV series or?
Yeah, it's a thing on Netflix anyway. I'll give you an opportunity to watch it. Then we'll probably talk about it.
No, because
I'm just gonna say one thing in there, right? And then you move on to what he's gonna say. The guy had a little thing with somebody that was a millionaire, right? So one guy. So basically, there's two people. One is a millionaire. One